Well, hey boys and girls, welcome back to Mr. Chris's Attic. I'm up here tonight playing a lot of my instruments, and I thought I would share some of my musical instruments with you. This thing that I'm holding here is called an accordion. Have you ever heard of an accordion? It's pretty cool. It's like a piano or a keyboard, except you have to give it air. And you give it air through this. And you give it air by pushing in and out. And once it gets air, you can play the notes. Something like that. Pretty cool. I like the accordion. One of my favorite instruments. Anyway, Mr. Chris also plays the keyboard, which is similar to the accordion. Now, I don't have a piano or a keyboard up here with me. This is an example of my kid's keyboard. It's a toy. Now, you might have something like that. You know, if you play something like that, that's a good start. That's a good start for the piano or the keyboard. So take it seriously, okay? Now, you don't always have to play the keyboard or things like that. You can sometimes play percussion instruments. And what I mean by percussion instruments is things like the drums. You know, something like this. You know, Mr. Chris has drums he plays sometimes. You know, something like that. You know, drums are very, very important. If you're ever going to play in a band, drums are like the key thing that you need to have. Anyway, those are drums. But there are other percussion instruments too. A thing called the shaker. You ever heard of a shaker? It looks kind of like an egg. If you've ever seen like an Easter egg, something like that. And you shake it. And it gives the song a little bit of rhythm, that sort of thing. Now, Mr. Chris had this on a lot of the songs in his CD. It's called a shaker. Looks like an egg. Pretty cool. Now, this is an instrument here. Mr. Chris actually doesn't know how to play it. But my wife, Mrs. Tanya, knows how to play it. This is what she played in high school, specifically. It's called a flute. Looks something like that. You like blow into the hole, and then you play the notes with your hands. I don't know how to play it, so I don't know how to play the notes. But it looks something like that. This might give you a better look at it. It's kind of like a long metal thing. You know, the older kids in middle school and high school, they play stuff like this. One day you'll play it, if you're interested. It's pretty cool. It's called the flute. Now, you don't always have to be a musician, you know. If you've ever watched American Idol and the kids on there that sing and that sort of thing, you know, a lot of them don't play instruments, they just sing. So if you're going to be a singer, it's important to have a good microphone. Like this one here. Check 1, 2, check. Whoa. That doesn't sound like me, does it? Huh. Where is my lovey? Where is my lovey? That doesn't sound like me at all. Anyway, if you're going to be a singer, you're going to be a good singer, you got to have a good microphone. Anyway, there you go. But you know what? Mr. Chris primarily plays the guitar. Now, my kids have a guitar that's small. It looks something like this. Yeah, that's what they play. And if you're going to play the guitar, I recommend starting out with something small and kind of simple like this. Now, Mr. Chris has a nice big guitar. And this is what I play. It looks like this. And it sounds really, really good. Now, I'm sure you boys and girls have musical instruments of your own. We're going to do a song right here, and I encourage you to get your own musical instrument. Get it out, play it to the best of your ability, play it loud, have fun, and we're going to pause right here so you can get your instrument, and I want you to bring it back and play along with me, okay? Okay, ready? Here we go. Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow, zoo tomorrow, zoo tomorrow. Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow. We can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you? You can come too, too, too. We're going to the zoo. There's a black bear, he's a huff puff puffin'. His coat too heavy, he's a huff puff puffin'. Don't get near to the huff puff puffin', or you won't stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you, you? You can come too, too, too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. Well, the seals in the pool all a honk, honk, honkin', catching the fish and a honk, honk, honkin'. Little tiny seals all a honk, honk, honkin'. We can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you, you? You can come too, too, too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. Well, we stayed all day, and I'm a-getting sleepy. Sitting in the car getting sleep, sleep, sleepy. We're home already getting sleep, sleep, sleepy. 'Cause we stayed all day. We've been to the zoo, zoo, zoo. And so have you, you, you. Yeah, you came too, too, too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. Now mommy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow, zoo, tomorrow, zoo, tomorrow. Mommy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow. We can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you, you? You can come too, too, too. We're going to the zoo. Great job, boys and girls. I'll see you next time, alright? Good night. Bye-bye.